This is the water heater video. And so what we've got, if you saw the other video when I was talking about the pressure relief valve drain piping being too tall, too high, you also remember that I counted how many bends were from going to the ground to here. So we got 2 bends already, right? So we're coming through here and we got a bend to come out of the wall. That's 3 bends. 4 bends. 5 bends. 6 bends. Okay, the maximum number of bends should be 5, not 6. We got too many bends on this. Now, according to the plumbing code, this pressure relief valve is supposed to have an air brake in the same room as the water heater. Now, it's just going outside of the wall. You're not going to have any problem with it. Mine just goes outside of the wall. I don't expect any problem out of mine either. One way to do that, if my client was seeking perfection, and I would never dissuade my client from seeking that, would be to take, and this is perfectly the code, is take this one single pipe down to this pan. And then that would be your air brake. It comes out, what did I say in the other video when I said it was too high? It comes out at 200 psi at 200 degrees. It's going to flash in that pan. I don't think I wanted to do that. I would rather have this arrangement. I wish I had fewer bends, but I would have rather had this arrangement. But that doesn't make it right. I'm not here to tell you what I'd rather have. I'm here to tell you what makes it right. This is supposed to be insulated, all right? This is where, don't worry about a blanket around here. This is cold. Feel it, it's cold. Feel that it's hot. That's where all your money's going. That's supposed to be insulated. It came with a little insulating glove that fits over it that they didn't use. Now, remember when I was telling you to go to the pan? Well, I'm going to back you around because I'm Mr. Jammer and Grammar, and I take you a lot of places you don't need to go. But the pan drain drains out into the garage. This drain is supposed to drain out to the exterior. It's not supposed to drain down the side of your garage. So this improperly drains onto the floor. So that's another thing. You know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing a care and use manual. You know what I am seeing? I'm seeing a big old hairy hole in the wall up there. See that right there? All right, well, why do we even have a wall? All right, well, that's called a fire break, a fire separation. So when that drywall is missing from the wall like that, if we had a fire in your garage, it could use that. It's your fire separation between the garage and the living space. Fire separation. So let's just separate the garage from the living space. That's why we need a spring on this door. On the video you saw before this video. Supposed to have a spring on that door. You're supposed to separate the fire from the garage and the living space from the attic, and the attic from the garage. So all these 3 things are supposed to be separated from fire. So you have one fire in one place, you don't have it in every place. So we are missing our drywall up there. All right, so what else, bud? What can we talk about? I don't have a care and use manual, right? Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, do no harm, right? I know I'm going to regret this. Okay, so the insulation is fine, cover's fine, fine. But I did not see a care and use manual hiding up there. So we're coming over here. I cannot see the condition of the burner compartment because this is an electronic ignition. If I take this off, it's just going to have a plate there. I can't see it. All right, but I don't need to really look at the burner compartment at this time because I can read this. It's a 50-gallon water heater. Manufacturing date 2014. Water heaters last about 10 years. Now, I had one that lasted 16 years, and I finally had to replace it. Man, I was scared too because I didn't want it leaking. Okay, but about 10 years is about time to think about replacing your water heater. This water heater is aged. And remember what we talked about earlier, and we've been talking about, is it performing the function for which it's intended? Well, yes, it is performing the function for which it's intended. Was it installed properly? No, it's not. We got that hole over there. We don't have a care and use manual. We've got more than 5 bends. We do not have an air gap in the same room as the water heater. The pan discharges on the floor. So those are installation issues. By the way, this is a little leg right here, just for everybody's edification. Okay, this is called a drip leg, or a sediment trap is actually what that's called. It happens at a parallel. So because gas is pretty low pressure, and any impurities that come in here, okay, the weight of them will fall down this trap instead of clogging up your burners. You're supposed to take this cap off once a year and clean it, and nobody does. I can't imagine impurities getting so high that it causes you a problem. So, but I'm just telling you that, you know, it's been said that you're supposed to take that cap off and clean it every once in a while. Follow the instructions. If you need to relight it, it's right there. What else? A 10-year-old water heater. I'm repeating myself, kind of showing off. I've got a new audience. So, but that's it. You don't want your pan draining on the floor. I'll shut up.